Hi, my name's Claire Howard. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a new viewer here, then a very big warm welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, then it is amazing to have you back here with me today. So in today's vlog, I am creating some recipes from this Slimmer World recipe book, which is Taste the Sunshine. I thought as we were headed into summer, it might be nice to give some more summery, vibrant recipes a little try. So I'll run you through the 3 dishes and 1 dessert that I am cooking from this book today. We will be cooking turkey and feta koftas, followed by summer greens risotto and Thai fish cake with eggs and spinach. Today we're also adding on a little sweet treat, which is banana and passion fruit mess. Hope you enjoy. Hi, welcome back. So this evening I am cooking another meal from the Slimmer World recipe book, Taste the Sunshine. And the meal I am cooking this evening is turkey and feta koftas. So I was thinking, as we are heading into summer, it might be nice to take a look at some kind of summer themed dinners. You know, we do go through the seasons and change what we fancy eating. At the moment, I don't really know where I am with what I fancy, and I picked out some summer meals, and the weather's not been that great this week, although today has been sunny. It's clouded over now, like it's about to start raining again, so it seems a bit early for the summer food. However, this is a dish that can be done on the barbecue, because it does say preheat your barbecue, but I'm going to be cooking it on a griddle pan. Okay, so turkey and feta koftas. I think this looks really tasty, really fresh, summery, vibrant salad. It's got like that garlicky, minty, fresh yogurt dressing, which I really like. And turkey mince is something I don't very often use. It can be a cheaper alternative as well to beef mince and things. So I thought it would just make a nice change. And the fact that it's feta as well, I love things with feta in. Got the 40% less fat salad cheese, which is kind of a feta, which is an Asda one. And yeah, so we're going to give this dish a go. I am missing one ingredient, which I thought I'd ordered, but it doesn't seem to have turned up on my shop, and that is dill. And apart from that, I do believe I have everything else. So I'm going to get on and start preparing my turkey and feta koftas. Those of you that have followed me for a while will know I'm a bit of a throw it together. I'm not very good at following recipes, and this one's no different. So I am following the recipe, but this is a recipe for 4 and it requires 750 grams of turkey mince. I'm just making it for Mark and I have got this pack, which is 500 grams. So I'll adjust the ingredients a tiny bit just to make it a smaller portion for the 2 of us. So let's get started. In a large bowl, we are going to add our turkey mince, feta, spring onions, lemon zest, parsley, and then season and mix. As mentioned, I've used a slightly smaller portion than instructed in the recipe. If using the full 750 grams of turkey mince, you will then divide your mixture into 12 equal portions and squish them into short, stumpy, sausage-shaped kebabs and flatten them slightly. I am making 8 with my reduced quantity. I'm now just chopping up and prepping my salad. One tablespoon of red wine vinegar for your salad dressing. like to add a dip to this, you can use fat-free natural Greek yogurt and mix in with a little water or lemon juice to make it a little bit runnier, and that works lovely as a little dipping sauce for your kebabs. also just added a little bit of my parsley chopped up into this. So preheat your griddle pan. You want it nice and hot. I'm using my Flora sunflower spray. You can also cook these outside on the barbecue. So cook the kebabs in your non-stick griddle pan or frying pan over a high heat for 8 to 10 minutes. And don't forget to turn them, obviously. Including prep and cooking time, this dish took around 25 minutes, which I thought was pretty good for a weeknight meal. I'm also now just popping my parsley into a pot with some water, and I'm going to pop that on my windowsill so it stays alive and I've got fresh parsley for my next dish. Just before serving, mix your rocket or salad leaves into your salad mix and then serve up. Next up, we're making our summer greens risotto, which is sin-free, vegan and vegetarian friendly and ready in 45 minutes. I'm going to start by prepping our veggies. So I'm grating a carrot and finely chopping some celery. Once our veggies are all prepped, I am going to pre-make up my stock. I used 2 vegetable OXO cubes and made up 1.2 litres of boiling stock. Hi, good evening. So we are on the second recipe tonight from Slim & Well's Taste the Sunshine, going for some summery vibes, and the menu that I am cooking this evening, the recipe I'm going to cook this evening is a vegetarian. It actually says suitable for vegans, so vegan one. I've had lots of requests for vegetarian and vegan recipes. Every time I do, I quite like doing these little 3 or 4 recipes from one of the Slim & Well cookbooks. So I'm going to try and do one of these every month, every 6 weeks, whatever, and I'll always try and include a meat, a fish and a vegetarian menu when I do those. So this evening we are doing a summer greens risotto. I thought this looked really fresh and delicious. Peas and beans are probably sort of my favourite go-to veg. I really enjoy anything with the flavours from them, and a pea risotto is always good. So I haven't cooked many risottos in my life. I think I've done one in a video a while back, but yes, I've got no idea how this is going to go, but I'm going to cook it tonight anyway. I have already chopped and prepared my ingredients, so I'm going to get on cooking it in a little while. Just wanted to show you, because I'm doing some different meals out of here this week, I have had to order loads of herbs. So one of the recipes, I can't even remember which one, I think is a dessert. It needs a couple of mint leaves, so I had to order mint. All of this. I'm never going to use this unless I drink a lot of mojitos at the weekend, which is quite tempting. I've got Harrison's birthday party, so I could put mojitos on the menu, or even just soda water with a squeeze of lime and mint is nice. So like a non-alcoholic sin-free mojito is kind of nice too. So lots of herbs, and that can be the trouble, can't it, when you get the recipe book out and you try and cook meals, is there's lots of fresh herbs and ingredients that you're not using a lot of, so it seems very wasteful to get in a huge bunch like this. I did order everything in the growers selection. I needed parsley for my one yesterday, and I did order the little potted versions because I do then try and keep them alive in a pot on my windowsill. So one of my challenges this week that I'm going to set myself is to actually get some compost and some bigger pots and start a little herb garden, because you will find that there is quite a lot of fresh herbs, especially in like the summer ones, well, any of them really. They all have some sort of chopped herbs, and when there's 3 or 4, you're buying 3 or 4 huge bunches of herbs and you're wasting a lot of them. So I thought if I can try and grow my own little herb garden. I don't know if you saw this when I popped this on my windowsill yesterday. It was really wilted. It's had some water, it's come out lovely. So I think if I pot these up all together and get myself a little herb collection going, that is going to be a much better way than buying huge bunches like this, when probably what I'm going to need is is like this. Oh, it smells divine. I love mint. Anyway, that is what we're doing tonight. I'm going to get on with cooking that shortly and we'll see how it comes out. Sprayed my pan with my cooking oil, and I'm then going to add the onion, garlic, celery, bay leaves and carrot, and then season and leave that for 5 to 7 minutes or until everything is nice and soft before adding and stirring in my risotto rice. I've put my vegetable stock in a saucepan and that is simmering nicely just across from my pan, and I'm going to add that 1 ladle at a time to the rice mix. Stir that in, wait until it's absorbed, and then add your next ladle, doing this 1 ladle at a time until you've used up all of your stock. Obviously then try in your rice to see if it is soft enough and you are happy with that. If not, use a little bit more stock until the rice is softened. Sprayed another griddle pan with fry light, and I am adding my asparagus, sugar snap peas and peas. I'm going to season those and leave them to cook for 2 or 3 minutes until the veg is slightly charred, and this gives them a lovely flavour and a satisfying crunch. Just before serving, add the lemon zest and squeeze in the juice of your lemon to your risotto, stir well and then serve. Serving suggestion for this was rocket leaves. I've got a mixed watercress, rocket and spinach salad, which I am adding some leaves from here. Then I am just going to top that with my charred asparagus, sugar snap peas and peas. Again, this dish took a little bit longer to prepare because you are waiting for all of that stock to get absorbed by the rice, but it was really tasty, really nice, and quite a simple dish to prepare in the evening after work. It'd also be really nice for the weekend though, so either weekend or weeknight treat, this is a great dish. On to our next dish, Thai fish cakes with eggs and spinach. Mark and I had this as a little weekend treat dinner. Put the prawns, cod, lemongrass, ginger, chilli, half of the lime zest and a pinch of salt in the food processor. I don't have a food processor, so I'm using my blending stick, which done the job. It was a little bit tougher and I did need to cut that cod up first. You want to make that into a chunky paste before adding basil and spring onions. Again, pulsing for a few seconds, and then you're just going to stir through the sweet corn. The recipe is initially to make this into 8 patties. I just made 4 because I reduced the ingredients, and this was just for Mark and myself, so we had 2 each. Pop corn flour into a dish and then just pop each fish cake in, turning it over and dusting off any excess corn flour just so they are nicely coated. Spray a non-stick frying pan with your low-calorie cooking spray and place over a medium heat. Gently cook the fish cakes for about 12 minutes or until golden and crisp, turning occasionally. This is where I discovered I didn't have any quark, so I'm using fat-free natural yogurt for the sauce. Just going to mix that with some lime juice and the remaining lime zest, and then swirl through a little chili sauce. Then just popped a little splash of water into another pan, and I've put my spinach in there. Don't you love the way you can just load a pan up with so much spinach and it just wilts down to nothing? So I'm just wilting my spinach in this pan, and I've boiled another pan of water. I always add a splash of vinegar and stir the water for my poached eggs. And there I've just plopped in an egg each to top our fish cakes. and then it's just to serve up. So again, I thought this was a really easy dish to prepare. It's a slightly more expensive dish because of the prawns and the cod, but they were really tasty and succulent. I'd definitely add a little more lemongrass and chili next time. But again, a very tasty, nice, it feels a bit special, this dish, for the weekend, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, nice dish. I do recommend giving this one a try. This dish is 1 sim per serving. Yay, and now it's time for dessert. Banana and passion fruit mess, yummy. So I'm just preparing some lime zest here, which I'm going to then squeeze the juice of my lime into, and I'm chopping up 2 bananas before mixing them in with the lime zest and juice. Adding my fat-free Greek yogurt and a tiny bit of my granulated sweetener. Got 2 meringue nests, which I'm going to break up and mix into the yogurt. Please note, I then stored this in the fridge and the meringue will dissolve. So if you are planning on pre-making it, add your meringue just before serving. So mix the bananas into that yogurt and meringue mix and give that a nice gentle fold up so it's all mixed in nicely together. Chop your passion fruit in half and you're all good to go in serving. Layering this into my glasses, the yogurt and meringue mix, and then randomly placing some passion fruit in between those layers. Around the top of those glasses just to make it look pretty, and then decorating with a sprig of mint. This was a very nice, sweet, tasty dessert. It did taste luxurious and it did taste like a naughty treat. It is two and a half sins per serving, and it was ready in about 10 minutes. So a really nice, quick and easy dessert that feels like a treat. I'd highly recommend giving this one a go. Enjoy the recipes that we're creating from the Slim and World cookbooks. So today's book, Taste the Sunshine, we're going for some summer inspired recipes. You will find I have already got one upload where previously I cooked from the Take 5 for Free book. I really enjoyed cooking from this book. I just thought that cooking from some recipe books, get some fresh ideas out there, not just my everyday stuff that I just make up as I go along, because that's all very simple. But it's nice to see what these recipes from the books actually look like when they are cooked in the flesh, and whether they're nice or not, whether they're easy to cook, recipes are easy to follow, all that sort of thing. So I've enjoyed cooking the recipes from the Taste the Sunshine, and I really enjoyed the Take 5, and it just gives me an opportunity to try new things as well. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. So planning my next vlog going forward, I'm going to be cooking some recipes out of this book, which I picked up at last night's weigh-in. This is the Out and About, Summer World Out and About. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have flicked through this and I'm finding it hard to narrow it down to 3 or 4 recipes. So I feel like I will probably make 2 vlogs cooking about 8 dishes from this book. It has got some really delicious looking things. Let me just find some pages to show you. There's lots of soups and stews, all the regular things in here, but some of the ones that I feel like I would like to try and that I'd like to share with you guys, because I feel like these are the things we feel we can't have. Different sandwiches in there. I love a sandwich, and I, as you will see from my previous little mini vlog that I've put on, have been off plan for a while. So I feel like some sandwiches and pittas and foods that are going to feel a bit naughty might be quite good to get me back on plan. So loads of sandwich and baguette ideas in here, which I think are amazing. Very simple things, look, like Hasselback potatoes. Just mixing our food up a little bit makes it taste so much better. So this was another one I saw that I thought I might like to try. Creamy hot smoked salmon pate. Does that look amazing or what, like in a little lunchbox? So I'm going to pick out 3 or 4 recipes out of here to cook in the next recipe book vlog. If you've got this book and there's anything in particular you would like to see, then do feel free to drop me a message and I might try and cook the dish that you request. This one looks nice as well, the poke bowl. So yeah, the next vlog is going to be focused on 3 or 4 recipes from here. Like I said previously, when I do these recipe book vlogs now, I am going to try and cook one meat, well, make a combination of at least one meat, one fish and one vegetarian recipe, because I know a lot of you guys have commented that you are vegetarian or vegan and it can be that little bit more difficult. So I thought I'd try out some of those recipes too. I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. I will link the previous Take 5 for free vlog because the recipes were great out of that book. It was that one. The recipes were awesome out of that book and they're all only 5 ingredients. So that makes life a lot easier. One thing I did want to mention, obviously I did mention, I think going throughout the vlog, that when I've done these recipes, I found you can have to buy, like it's always good to have your store cupboard staples, but it can be with some dishes, there's a lot of fresh herbs included. And obviously I've got loads of dried herbs in my cupboard and you can incorporate them, but fresh herbs, they are that little bit more special and tasty in a meal. So I did mention about getting some compost and actually getting the pots of herbs and planting them so that I have my own fresh herb supply, because you can find, if not, that you're ordering big bundles of herbs and there is quite a lot of wastage there. So that's an idea for you guys, is to buy your herbs when you do buy them, the potted ones from the supermarket, and then get them planted. All of the recipes that I cooked from here I did really enjoy. So starting with those turkey koftas, they were quite simple to make. They were nice and tasty. My one thing I would say with these was, one minute I looked at them and thought they were undercooked, and then by the time I then took them off, they were probably a little bit overcooked. So they were slightly drier than I would like them. So with the turkey ones, make sure you keep an eye on your timings on them, because they very easily go from just right to a little bit overcooked. This summer greens risotto, I've not made many risottos. I think this is only about the second one I've made in my life. I found this quite a nice, simple after work dinner to cook. It was really tasty and neither of us missed not having the meat. Mark didn't even comment on the fact that there was no meat or fish to go with this dish. We really thoroughly enjoyed it. The Thai fish cakes with eggs and spinach. I changed the amounts in this a little bit and I feel like I could have done with a little bit more of the lemongrass and chili flavours within that. Apart from that, they were really nice. It was a really nice weekend dinner. And then finally, I cooked the dessert. I didn't cook the dessert, I just prepped it. The dessert was the banana and passion fruit mousse. This was so tasty, really nice, really easy to make. So my point with this is I made these and I mixed in the meringue and then I put them in the fridge and we just got them out later and had them. I thought that'd be really handy to have them all pre-made. However, the meringue dissolved. I was eating it and I realized that I had no meringue pieces. I said to Mark, did you have meringue in yours? Have I managed to not put any pieces in my glass? But that wasn't the case. The meringue had actually dissolved in the yogurt. So if you are making this, and you want to make it in advance, make everything and then just turn your meringue into that once you take it out of the fridge, because if you decide to put it in the fridge, you may find, like me, that you have a smooth dessert without meringue pieces in, which still tastes amazing, but it was missing that crunch factor. But that's my recipes from here. Hope you've enjoyed them. Let me know how you're getting on this week and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you do enjoy the vlogs. Likes just make me feel good and show that you have enjoyed the videos. And if you can subscribe, that will be great. That means that you will see future vlogs as and when they are uploaded. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a fab week. Bye bye.